unmanned aerial vehicles circle above German military bases, slipping through defenses, while government officials debate who bears the responsibility for bringing them down. The latest wave of incursions has triggered an urgent espionage probe, with military officials suspecting Russian involvement. Between January 9th and 29, at least 6 drone sightings were reported over the Luftwaffe facility in Schwesing, where Ukrainian troops train on Patriot missile defense systems, Süddeutsche Zeitung reported. Despite deploying electronic countermeasures, including the HP-47 jammer, Bundeswehr forces failed to neutralize or trace the operators. The Schwesing Airbase, a key site for Germany's Patriot training program, is a prime target for foreign intelligence gathering. Some defense sources believe the drones may have been launched from vessels in the North Sea or Baltic Sea, Süddeutsche Zeitung reported. Military officials suspect they are state-backed UAVs, far more advanced than commercial models. The incursions follow a troubling pattern. Security officials have tracked increasing drone activity over critical military installations, including the US Airbase in Ramstein, a key NATO logistics hub. In response, Berlin has drafted legal amendments allowing the Bundeswehr to shoot down unidentified UAVs. Yet Germany's counter-drone capabilities remain riddled with vulnerabilities. Internal Bundeswehr reports reveal that key detection tools, including the Wingman and Radar systems, failed to provide an effective response, raising concerns over national security, according to Süddeutsche Zeitung. Defense Minister Boris Pistorius has acknowledged the urgency of improving drone defense, but admitted progress remains slow. In response to the Schwesing breaches, Germany has reinforced the base with additional detection and jamming equipment, though questions persist over whether existing measures can close the gaps. The drone incidents have reignited political disputes over Germany's military support for Ukraine. Chancellor Olaf Scholz continues to resist calls for sending Taurus long-range missiles to Kyiv, citing fears of escalation between NATO and Russia.
Why did I decide not to supply cruise missiles that could cause major destruction deep in Russia's hinterland? Precisely for this reason, because I believe that this could have contributed to an escalation of the war between Russia and NATO. And even though I am a great supporter of Ukraine, I must also prevent such a war from breaking out. And you always have to weigh that up. You can only do this if you have a clear attitude and the strength to make difficult decisions.
Friedrich Merz, the Christian Democratic Union, CDU candidate for Chancellor, took the opposite stance, advocating for Taurus deliveries. I have always been very clear on the issue of Ukraine and Taurus deliveries. I have never changed my opinion, he stated during the debate, arguing that Germany should coordinate missile transfers with the EU.
Basically, this social democratic-led federal government hasn't really gotten anything done, hasn't achieved anything that it set out to do at the beginning. Yes, they have had crises, the war in Ukraine, the Federal Constitutional Court ruling. But to sit down the day after day and say, we're going to carry on like before, we're going to let it all drain away. No, dear friends, they had their chance. They didn't use them.
Meanwhile, Alice Weidel, the Alternative for Germany, AfD candidate, struck a more isolationist tone.
We will say very clearly with us, there will be no financial aid to war zones, no financial aid to Ukraine. There will also be no more arms deliveries to war zones. No German weapons where there is war. We will enable the Bundeswehr to defend our country.
As Germany's leaders remain divided over military aid to Ukraine, the skies tell a different story. The drone incursions over Schwesing are not an isolated event. They mirror a growing pattern of unidentified UAVs infiltrating Leopard tank training sites, energy infrastructure, and chemical plants since October 2022, Süddeutsche Zeitung reported. While Berlin scrambles to plug security gaps with electronic warfare tactics, the increasing breaches expose a stark reality. Germany's defenses remain vulnerable, and the intruders are watching.